welcome back to my channel. My name is May, also known as Mrs. Leva here on YouTube, and if you did see my previous video, I just got back from Paris and I did an unboxing revealing on that video of a bag that I had been wanting for so long. But today's video is going to be my full Paris haul. So for the longest time, one of my biggest dreams was to actually be able to go shopping in Paris, since most of you know it houses a ton of luxury stores and a lot of luxury brands actually come from there. So for this trip, we were actually able to do a little bit of shopping, and I am so excited to show you the pieces that I was able to get. If you did see my Paris wish list video, I'll make sure to link it down below because it's really funny. I don't think I got anything on that wish list. I actually went back and forth with so many items from the time that I filmed that video to when I actually made it into Paris. But I must say I am so happy with all the items that I was able to bring back. I kind of want to get into the routine of adding key pieces that I know that I'm going to be able to use, during different occasions. I do feel pretty content with my current handbag collection. Obviously, we will always be adding a little bit more, but as of right now, I knew I wanted to focus on, like I said, key pieces to be able to grow my collection and to also venture out to different fashion houses. Now, just a quick side note, unfortunately, this isn't going to be a full-on unboxing. I wasn't able to bring back any of the boxes or the bags from our shopping. I basically had to organize everything into what we already took. As you guys saw from my pack with me video, I took a carry-on item and a personal item, so I really didn't have a lot of space. But went a little crazy on the shopping, so we had to rearrange, and therefore all the boxes and all the bags had to unfortunately stay behind. So it's gonna be more of a reveal, little story time, so let's get right into it. So an item that actually got into the wish list after I filmed that video was from Valentino. I knew I wanted to add first a new belt to my collection and also a pair of their sandals. I kept on going back and forth whether I wanted it to be the really high heel, the block heel, or just a pair of flat sandals. I live in Miami, so I do wear a lot of sandals overall. So it was just that decision of which one I was gonna go for, and I ultimately decided to go for the caged block heel sandals. And I got them in this gorgeous blush color. I am so obsessed. I do feel like this one will go along with all of my outfits. I'm more of a neutral dresser. I wear a lot of blacks, hence what I'm wearing today. And I also wear a lot of neutral colors, so I really do think that this one will pair well with all of my outfits. I really also like the block heel height. It's definitely not tall at all. I've worn very high heels all my life. I'm very comfortable with them, but I did feel like this would be more of a nice casual option, and I really do like the height that these come in. I went ahead and also got these inserts in Amazon just so that I can keep the sandal nicely displayed, and also that this part just wouldn't be flopping around. Now I can't wait to start wearing these and see how comfortable they are. I did try them in the store and walked around a little bit, but we all know there's nothing like actually putting them to the real test by actually taking them out. Now I did mention that the reason I wanted to go into Valentino was to be able to add a belt. I love their Valentino logo. I think it's very subtle compared to other logos out there. I love my Gucci belt, but I do think that sometimes it can be a little bit overpowering, especially if I'm wearing a handbag from a different fashion house. I've always had that kind of struggle of how to match the logos together. So I knew that the Valentino would be something very nice that I can pair with a lot of things. Since I went ahead and opted for the cage sandals in that kind of blush pink, I felt like I had to add this cute belt to the collection. And as you can see, it is reversible, so it does have that beautiful blush pink color, and then the interior is black, which is perfect. You can't go wrong with a black belt. So the fact that it has these two very neutral colors, I just felt like it was ideal for my collection. Now, yes, it does have a V here, but I feel unless you know the fashion house logo, it just looks like a regular belt buckle. That's kind of what I was going for. So I'm really happy to have added this one to my collection. I don't have any in this particular width, So I feel like this one will be really nice to wear with jeans, to wear over blazers, to wear with dresses, pretty much anything. I just wanted to show you how matchy-matchy this whole set is, and I really think it goes really well together. Obviously, your shoes are gonna be on your feet and the belt will be around your waist, so it doesn't have to be the exact same color, but I mean, they're pretty much the exact same color. So the next store that we went into was Gucci, and I first went in there looking for something that a friend had asked me to bring back. So I went ahead and searched for that. But as I stepped into the store, they had a display of like shawls and scarves, and my eyes went directly to that. I do live in Miami, so unfortunately we don't get this amazing fall winter seasons, but I do like to wear very lightweight scarves from time to time just to incorporate them into the fall season. And when I saw this particular one, I fell in love. I already have my Burberry scarf, which is more of like that caramel neutral color palette, so it goes with my camel coat. I was just missing a scarf to kind of pair with my black darker coat, and this is the one that I chose. As you can see, it is a dark gray, but then it also has a lighter gray tone on the other side. I also think this is a very unisex piece, so if my husband wants to borrow it, he definitely can. The color is just very, very neutral, and I feel like it looks great on both women and men, but it is definitely that lightweight material, which is what I wanted. It's a basic rectangular scarf, so it's not that big square type scarf that you see. I definitely think that this is going to do the job in keeping me warm in our Miami cool season, but I also like the fact that I can style it in different ways. I've seen people cinch them in with belts, and I really, really like that look. So you guys know I'm all about versatility, so as soon as I saw this one and in this color, I fell in love and went ahead and grabbed it. I gotta say, we had the most amazing experience in all of our shopping in Paris. You know, you hear a lot of horror stories of you going in and the sales associates being like super rude and not acknowledging you, or just kind of like wanting you to get in and out. I have to say that we had the complete opposite. The lady that helped us in Gucci was so great. She gave us her card and she was like, please, the next time that you're in Paris, text me beforehand. I would love to see you again and obviously help you to choose some items. I mean, she was so cute and so sweet. And we also did some shopping in Louis Vuitton, which I will reveal soon. And that lady as well was so helpful, so nice. We didn't have our passports when we went shopping in Louis, which that is something that I very much highly recommend. If you are planning on doing a lot of shopping, make sure to take your passport with you. A picture, unfortunately, is just not enough. So if you're gonna dedicate maybe a day to it, just make sure you put your passport inside of your bag, because you will need it in order to do the whole VAT refund. I do have a video coming up on the whole VAT refund process, so stick around for that one. I wanted to make sure I did the reveal before I go into all the detail of how to get some cash back. So back to the lady in the Louis Vuitton store. She was such a sweetheart, so helpful. And like I said, we didn't have our passport, so she told me, don't worry, I'll hold your items and you can come back tomorrow, which, I mean, I don't even know if they're allowed to do that or not, but she did, and it was an incredible experience overall. I gotta say, we had the best time shopping in Paris. All right, so the final reveal does come from the Louis Vuitton fashion house. We did go in because my husband did want to add a couple of pieces. He was looking into a book bag or a Keepall. He also wanted to purchase a perfume and ended up walking out with also a pair of shoes. So it's funny because the Paris trip, little side story by the way, the Paris trip was actually gifted to me back in June for my birthday, and it was to go ahead and go to the Poland store. He knew I had been wanting to do that. But we actually were in Paris during his birthday, which was September, and every time we were going around and doing the whole shopping stuff, he's like, okay, is it your birthday or is it my birthday? And I was like, well, it's a combination of both. Now back to Louis. We were actually in the store, and as he was looking around, I was obviously looking around. I gotta say, I tried on the on-the-go tote in the empreinte leather. I don't know what color it is, but it's that very light creamy color that they have now. and I am obsessed, guys. It wasn't on the wish list. It definitely got added on the wish list. I loved the size. I think it's a very good everyday size. It even looks super good with the shoulder strap. So it's definitely been added to the wish list, especially in the empreinte leather. But she didn't come home with me. Don't worry, I stuck to my whole one bag in this trip. However, I was able to add 2 pieces from Louis Vuitton, and I'm super excited that they are now in my collection. I have a little story time for you guys before I reveal the first piece, and that is I do have my YSL card holder. I have a full-on review of this baby, and a bunch of you actually really like this piece too. And I can totally see why. I love that it has a zipper. It holds a good amount of cards, especially for me that I don't carry a lot of cards to begin with. And it's just very compact and very comfortable. So I knew I wanted to add a piece that would kind of be able to replace this one from time to time since I use her so much. And the piece that I had in mind was the Chanel flap card holder, I think. I'll make sure to insert a picture here. But when I made it to the Louis store, I remembered that I had a piece before I added the YSL card holder to my collection. And once I added this one, I went ahead and sold the other one because I felt like they were too similar. Let me get right into it. So the piece that I went ahead and added back to my collection because I totally regretted selling her in the first place is the Rosalie wallet. Now, if you have previously seen the layout of the Rosalie, you will definitely agree that it's pretty similar to the YSL card holder. It does have a flap open. I think that is really the only difference, but she does offer a zippered compartment, which is what I love about the card holder, that you can put in some coins. I have been using this one and the Poland card holder, so it does have some stuff inside. And then she also has a couple of card slots and a really pretty big space here to add more cards. Also another card slot in the back. So she is very compact, but she does hold a lot of cards, cash, coins if you wanted to use her like so. And that was ultimately what I wanted. The reason why I didn't even go into Chanel to look at the card holder was simply because the Chanel card holder, that one that I was looking at, which was the one with the flap, doesn't have a zippered compartment. And I knew I wanted to have one just to be able to add coins if I needed to. And I just love how compact this little wallet is. I did go back and forth between the Damier Ebene or the LV print. I gotta say, I love the interior of the LV one. I'll make sure to stick a picture up here if I can find it. I do like the light pink on the Damier Ebene. I think it is a really nice contrast, but I do get scared from time to time because I feel like it's such a light color that it might get dirty, especially in a wallet. But overall, I just love the Damier Ebene print. It's funny because in the beginning, I was a total LV like monogram fan. But over the years, I've definitely grown to this print and it's become one of my favorites from the fashion house. So I'm just so happy that I was able to add her back into my collection. My husband was like, please stop selling the items that you think you're not gonna use anymore because it's happened before and we've had to replenish them. It happened with my Toiletry 26 actually, and when I found out that they were gonna be discontinued, I started freaking out. So I think I've learned my lesson. If I think I want to sell something, let me give it some time before I just make like an impulse sell. So this was the first piece that I got from our little Louis Vuitton visit. The next piece is actually one that was not on the radar, but as we started doing some shopping, my personal item was not going to be big enough to bring all the items back home. So I kind of knew I needed to add a bigger personal item in order to come back home. I was gonna opt for the Longchamp Voyager, I think it's what it's called. But once I saw my husband get the Keepall, I kind of wanted one too. So I went ahead and added the Damier Ebene. Oh my gosh, she's so big. The Keepall in the Damier Ebene print, and this is the size 45, which is the biggest size that they allow you to use in cabin as a personal item. So I did tell you guys that my husband got the one in the Damier Graphite, and I opted for the Damier Ebene. I really do think that they can both be used by women or men, so that's the good thing. Let's say on one trip we don't want to take both, we can just take one and either of us can carry it. I love this one. let me tell you, it packs a punch. Oh my God, you can fit so many things inside. I mean, it was perfect for what we wanted, and we were able to bring everything back super well. It goes perfect on top of my away carry-on, which is the one that I use, and I really like that. It also has the bandolier strap, which if you guys are going for a Keepall, I highly recommend you add the one with the bandolier. It just gives you a different option to carry it, and they can definitely get heavy as you start putting things inside. So the fact that it has this nice thick strap here is very helpful, and it lays very nicely on your shoulder. I really like this piece. I also really like the damier ebene, obviously, because it does have the treated leather, which will hold up, I think, a lot nicer over time. So this was another one of those pieces that kind of came home with me that were totally nowhere to be found on that wish list, but I am so happy that I did add her to my collection. I feel like she's gonna get a ton of views. We do travel quite often, so even for weekend getaways or just within the United States, I feel like she's always gonna be out there with me. I also wanted to mention to you guys a little something that I got from a little boutique in Paris. I also wanted to mention to you guys something that I got from a little boutique that I had previously shopped in Paris. So this was actually a boutique that I visited while we lived in Paris back in 2016. And I was so happy to see that they were still open and thriving. I mean, they had about 5 people inside when I got there. And I was able to add 2 little pieces from the boutique. And it's these 2 dainty chains. One of them has this super cute, simple Eiffel Tower, and I am in love. Now, these pieces, I gotta say, are incredible. I have a pineapple necklace that I added back in 2016, and it's still holding up so well. It's a great price point for what you're getting, and I loved the layer look, so I was so excited to see that they were still open. If you're ever in Paris, make sure to give them a stop. I highly recommend them. Alright guys, so there you have it. That is my Paris haul, and I am super excited with everything that came back home with me. Let me know which one of all of them was your favorite, or if you have any, how they've held up. I would love to start a conversation down below, as always, in the comment section. If you are new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I would love for you to join the family. And like I said, I do have a VAT refund video coming up with all the details on how to do your shopping overseas and how to get the most out of it. So that will be coming up soon, so make sure to stick around for that one. That is all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye everyone.